Floods, tornadoes, fires, seems like we're hearing about them all the time, really. Well, since 2010, there have been more than 250 major disasters declared here in the U.S.
And the way the weather trends are going now, we can expect more. This morning, Megan Glaros shows us what we need to know about being prepared.
Just in the last year, the Moore, Oklahoma tornado, Hurricane Sandy along the East Coast, and the spring floods in Chicago. Jim Duncan of FEMA says few of us are prepared.
They think it won't happen to them, and some of them just say they haven't taken the time to do it.
Mike Morales lived in Houston during 2005's Hurricane Rita.
What did you find there?
No gasoline, no electricity, everything sold out in the stores.
And this is something I keep with me all the time.
Preparing for that kind of disaster is what Johnny Tsai teaches.
What sort of people usually are interested in learning this?
I get people from all kinds of backgrounds, but I do get a lot of people that watch the news and they see like Hurricane Sandy and then they realize that they don't know what to do.
Cover up the top of the shelter.
On this day, Johnny was teaching a group of kids how to build a shelter in the woods and how to build a fire, even on a rainy day.
The fire you need oxygen, that fire needs to breathe.
It may not come down to living in the woods, but if disaster strikes, you might need to leave your home. And then you'd need something called a bug-out bag to last you 72 hours.
You need some kind of water supply or a way to filter water. Food, I would say energy bars, granola, things that can keep you going.
Mike Morales now has a fully stocked bug-out bag, including flashlights, batteries, matches, and a first aid kit, bug spray, and more.
We have one of these wind-up emergency radios.
All right, so no batteries needed.
No
Nothing,
batteries.
Just wind it up
Wind it up and you have emergency flashlight and radio to hear anything going on.
Okay.
Ideally, you should have more than one bug-out bag.
We should have a kit at home. You should have a kit in your office and then one in your vehicle.
A bug-out bag would have made a difference during the 2011 blizzard when hundreds of cars were stranded on Lakeshore Drive.
They bugged out from their cars. They should have had some gear.
FEMA says both kids and adults need to get the message. Do you think that it's very possible you're going to need to use these skills?
Yeah. Disasters can happen everywhere.
You think you'd be able to take care of your families now, guys?
Definitely.
Yes.
You guys did a good job. Give yourself a big hand. All right.
Joining me now is Johnny Tsai, and Johnny is a survival expert with a wealth of knowledge. Every time I ask you a question, you've got an answer that is just really insightful. So tell us a couple of things that we need. If we're in an urban environment, what should we have in that bug-out bag? What's a definite?
Good morning. Well, what's definitely is you want to have some kind of a bag that you can keep your items pretty undercover, like a gray. So I have a bag here that's not very obvious. Not too military or anything that can get too much attention. But things that you want in your bug-out bag in an urban environment is definitely some type of identification, medication that you might need on a daily basis.
Now, we're not going clubbing here, Johnny, but you say glow sticks.
No, glow
we need
sticks.
this. Why?
You definitely need glow sticks, Megan, because if there's some kind of blackout in the building that you're at or it's nighttime, you want to be able to see. So I have flashlights, I have extra batteries, but I definitely have glow sticks just in case I'm in a dark building or in a dark area where everything is just smoked out.
Now, people who are in their high-rises right now watching us this morning, they're looking at the story that I just did and saying, I'm not going to make it to the wilderness. How the heck do I get out of the city? What would you suggest to someone who lives on the 25th floor of a building here in the Loop?
Well, when you live on the 25th floor of a building, you definitely want to have some kind of escape route before there's any type of emergency or disaster. You want to familiarize yourself with the building, familiarize yourself with all emergency exits, and familiarize yourself with the grid around your building and know all the exits. Head the heck out. I have a wind crank radio, so it's an emergency radio, so if all the power is out, I can pay attention to what roads are blocked and how I can either head west or south or way away.
So you can protect your family, so you can protect yourself. Thank you so much, Johnny, and thank you, Mike, for what you taught me. And Chris and Marissa, little tips for you, tips to stay safe.
Interesting stuff. Thank you for that, Megan. Time